engineer that process, and part of that process is you have to have some type of receivable base. If everybody's on month-to-month contracts or on some type of package, and you leave and sell the business, well, nobody's going to buy that because everybody could leave the next day if they wanted to. There's no value of that business. So either if you're not going to sell the business or you are, it's still important, in my opinion, to operate that way. And we try to get as much people on 12-month memberships as possible. And honestly, because that's what we believe in. I don't want somebody coming in for a month and leaving anyways. So many people do the yo-yo diets, yo-yo exercise. Like, I'm not going to be able to truly help somebody. Golf pros, you might be able to. It's a little different. But fitness guys, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot with somebody in just 1 month, and then they're going to go back and take 3 months off and then come back a month. It's just not a very sound system as is. So we want to be able to project them out and have goals for those 12 months as well. So this is our 30-day trial. This makes the sales process a lot easier. You have to try it before you buy it. You don't want to have people come in and just automatic try to sell them on a package or something. You want to let them try out everything in the gym, experience what you have to offer. So this is a very low barrier way to get people in the door. Our goal, again, if we're looking at the numbers and KPIs of everything, we want to get 30 leads in the door, and then we want to get 20 of those leads to do our trial. So it's about 70%. 30 leads, 20 trials. They come in, they do the 30-day trial. We have a certain sales process throughout that trial where at day 1 they're getting this email or this call. Day 15 they're getting this email, this call. So there is a process built within that, but they have to try you out before they buy you. Nobody's going to come in and just purchase a 12-month membership right off the bat. So this is our main low barrier way to get people in the door. The reason we decided that we've done 15-day, we've done 30-day. 30-day works a little better for us, has been a little higher conversion. For us, we convert now for like 3 or 4 years, pretty consistent, about 60% of those trials to sales. Our 15-day ones ended up being about 40%, and the only reason I can draw a difference between those two is because just the extended period of time, most of the 15-day people are kind of looking for a quick fix. They're going from gym to gym. They're a little harder to sell. The 30-day people are at least committing for the long period of time, and you have that whole month to be able for them to go through everything and really experience what you're trying to do.
Guys, I used to do this thing, if you want to give away like a whole month trial, right? I think it's great because it's showing a lot of confidence. I used to do this thing where, you know, when you recommend a DVD to somebody, or now you say Netflix show. Well, people used to have to pay to rent a DVD, right? And you say, you got to see this movie, and they're like, I don't know, the last one you recommended didn't go very well, right? So they don't want to invest because they don't trust you. You say, no, seriously, if you don't like this movie, this was my DVD guarantee. If you don't like Spaceballs, I will not only give you your money back, I will actually double it. I'll pay you like a $5 rental, I'll give you $10 if you don't like it. But if you like it, you just rented a video. Yeah. And I was like, they'd watch the video. Because they were like, hey, worst case scenario is I get $10, or I get to see a good movie. So I started doing that with training. I train you. And they go, how much? And I go, trust me, hold on. If you don't like it, not only am I going to give you your money back, I'm going to give you twice as much money back. 2 times the money that you paid, because I'm that convinced that you're going to love it. Nobody ever asked for the 2 times the money back, ever. Not because it was a great product. You'd have to be a real asshole to do that. Yeah. If you don't want to give away a month might be a big commitment. You're working for a month, and then they go at the end, I don't like it. Who does that? Right? That's why all those ads right now for of course you're going to like it. This is brilliant. You're saying it's awesome. I have no problem giving you all your money back.
Yeah. And of course you're going to get the tire kick people that it is a little bit of waste time for them to come in for the 30 days, and that happens. But in general, if 60% of these people convert, it's going to be worth its weight in gold to get them in, because a lot of those people wouldn't just come in and sign up without the trial, right?
Do you ever hit them with like halfway, just ask if they want to commit? Or?
Yeah, we do. So so we have that string. So day 1 they get a welcome email. Day 15 they get an email that usually has some type of incentive, be like, hey, if you're really liking it, we'll give you a 13th month for free, so tack it on. And we don't usually try to discount our services too much, so we don't, very rarely do we like, hey, 50% off, but we'll give them extra time and say, hey, if you commit at 15 days, we'll give you a 13th month free on your 12-month contract. So that's pretty much in all of our emails that go out the 15th day. And then we'll have another type of offer like that that's not quite as good at the end of the 30 days as well. And we're doing that either via email and text or call, or whatever my salesperson is doing. So the next thing is just pricing structure. I mean, this may not be applicable to a lot of you guys, but I just want to give you guys an example of like what our pricing structure looks like, because you want to make the sales process as easy as possible. So for us, we want to have as little options as possible. Again, we're trying to get most people on a 12-month agreement. If they don't want to do 12 months because they're going to be traveling or whatever happened, that's totally fine. They can do month to month, but they're going to pay 25% more per month. You don't phrase it that way. You say, hey, I'm going to give you a 25% discount for committing to us for 12 months. So that's what we're trying to get most of our people on. And kind of like what Christoph said, like the thing that most trainers and most golf coaches and medical people are afraid of is money. So I believe that you have to charge what you're worth. So if you see our one-on-one rates down here, they're about 100, 150 bucks an hour. They're higher than what most people are, but that's what we believe that our services are worth. So if you look at this, people just do our group classes, it's $169 a month. If they want to train in small group, which is where most of our money's made, which we'll go in a sec, it's $269 a month for 5 sessions a month, and then it's up to 12 sessions a month, so they can train 2 or 3 times a week for $369 a month. These bottom 2 are if they want to do one-on-one instead of small group. We very rarely sell those. It's just kind of sales one-on-one. You want to have high-ticket items at the bottom, lower ticket items in the middle, and then they usually meet somewhere in the middle. So we're trying to get an average of $300 per client, so we want to get people on, usually on this one, worst case on that one, and our average client ends up spending about $300 a month. So we very rarely sell these. It's on there. We have a few people that do it, but it's on there just to show, again, that our prices are worth it. What's that? Go at you, Chris.
I've sold it. I'm just shooting myself because I've sold a shitload of 24 packs at the same price.
Yeah, we can have that same, we can have the 24 pack, 48 pack conversation a lot if we want to. You're probably not going to like what I have to say about it. But the only thing is everybody's been there, everybody's done that, and to me, we can talk more about it. You can change and go to this stuff in a couple of days and you're not even going to lose clients like you think you will. But that's another discussion, another conversation to have down the road. But you need to be charging what you're worth, bottom line.
That's going to actually kick the out.
So we're to the third point in these 5 steps now. So this is defining your demographic. So I'm a big proponent on utilizing your community, building a big community in the gym, and that's how you're going to profit is from the community in your gym. Ours is a little different. We don't have the community that's going to be 30 to 40 people working out together like a CrossFit workout would be. Where our money is made is in the small group setting, so it's 4 people per coach. We got rid of the one-on-one a long time ago. The reason why the 4 people per coach works so well for us is that they get that group dynamic, so it's not just a coach standing over them counting their reps and they're super bored. They get other people they get to interact with, become social with them, but then we can also individualize the program so it seems like one-on-one personal training just within a small group. It ends up being cheaper for them, so instead of paying $100 a session, they're paying maybe 40 and they're sharing the cost of the trainer with other people. But if you look what we make that hour, what we net, it's going to be a lot more than if we just saw one person that hour, right? But the biggest thing with defining your demographic is figuring out what your product is, what your ideal client is, and we'll go over more of that in a sec. What we've found typically in our area is the 24 to 40-year-old demographic is going to be more of our large group demographic, the people that like the Orange Theories and CrossFit and stuff like that and want to be part of a big group. And then like the 45 to 55 or 40 to 55 demographic for us is our small group, so that's what most of our clients are. I'd say like 90% of our clients fall in the 40 to 55-year-old demographic that are more of the corporate or maybe stay-at-home house mom that don't want to be in a large group with loud music but don't necessarily want to be one-on-one either, so they fall in that small group realm, and we train them. And our goal with all these clients, again, and we'll go over the numbers of this so it'll make sense in a minute, is we want to get all these clients, our average is to spend $300 a month. Our average EFT is $300 a month, and that's a big goal of ours that we track on a monthly basis. So. The next thing is just figuring out what your target market is, and Christoph already hinted at this a little bit as well, but what you really have to do is figure out like who's the person I'm trying to attract, who's my ideal client, and then